Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're working on a build as a collab build for a change with Danielle Builds. I'm sure most of you know who she is because she's wonderful and she's very popular on YouTube and on Instagram and probably other platforms because she's great. So yes, we did build this house on stream. Some of you were there, which was lovely, and had the input of Danielle herself, which was also delightful. So yes, that's what we're doing today. This is a bit laggy on my behalf because I did stream this, like I just said. It might not be for you guys, it seemed fine and the video came out before, but for me it's slightly laggy, so if it is, that's why, because I was recording on Twitch and on, well, for YouTube at the same time, so yes. So Danielle built the exterior and the pool on the outside, and I'm doing the interior. I did struggle a little bit with the floor plan because, well, I just wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted the kitchen to be on this side of the house, but it seemed a bit big, but I think it kind of worked out in the end. I did kind of add like a bit more of a colour scheme this time because usually it's very neutral, so I did keep it neutral to begin with, but I added a lot of green in it this time, which is one of my favourite colours, so that was lovely. I do add kind of like a little nook on the left side of the kitchen, you'll see in a moment, because I thought, well, as I say in most of my builds, I do always have a lot of toddlers in my game, so I need to have little nooks where they can eat their food instead of leaving the kitchen entirely to go completely across the other side of the house, which drives me crazy, and I'm sure you guys have that issue as well, so yes. I did include a pet bowl here, but like me, I always forget to add anything else related to pets, so that's all we have in this house. So if you do have a pet, you'll have to add in the pet beds and whatnot, because I never remember to include it. But yeah. So I decided to add this green colour, as you'll see with the rug here. I kind of went with that theme for the entire house then. Not so much the upstairs, but the downstairs kind of has this greenery tone to it, as you can see. Now in this little nook that I was on about, I included these sofas, which I love. Honestly, I think they're from Paranormal Stuff. One of the best stuff packs for build and buy, which is surprising because I personally I'm not really interested in like paranormal stuff or supernatural things. I much prefer just family gameplay, but I really like this stuff pack. So if you are a builder and you're also like me and it's not really your thing, you should definitely consider getting it because the items in it are really good, even if you don't use the gameplay. So anyway, yeah, my little plug for the stuff pack there. So I wanted to add some like cool decor on this wall. I did try and do my 3 mirrors, which I usually do, which kind of make it look a bit like a boat, but I decided not to do that because it didn't really fit in, so I added this mirror. It's from Werewolves, and then the stickers on the wall are from high school years, to make it a bit brighter. I wanted to make it a feature wall. I think it looks cool. I like using those stickers, and I did downsize some of them so they look a bit different, which is quite nice, if I do say so myself. And yeah, so now we're working on the downstairs bathroom. They do have 2 bathrooms downstairs and 2 upstairs. As usual, my bathrooms all look identical, more or less, but I still like them. I always use the same toilet, guys, from Tiny Living. So it's a Tiny Living toilet. I think we used a growing together bath and a growing together sink. I do love this sink, but it does bother me that the items clip to the front of the sink rather than the back, so I tend to just put like one item there. It's probably a me thing, but it bothers me and I'm just too lazy to move it and alt place them, but yeah. So now we're moving on to the entertainment area. It's a bit like of a communal area for the family, and I forgot to mention this house is for 2 adults, 2 children and a infant. I always kind of include an infant lately just because I just like playing with them. But yeah, so it's kind of like an area for the whole family. We do end up adding a darts board, as you'll see in a second, so that's something for the parents, and then we have a ping pong table or juice pong, whatever it's called in the game, I'm not sure, in the centre. I added these trees as decor, which I thought was really cool. I haven't done that before. It's quite like childlike, which I quite like, and again with the green theme, of course. So yeah, I really like this room. I never really know what to fill in like the huge rooms, but yeah, I just like it. We are skipping to the upstairs temporarily for the bathroom because it fit in better like this. So this is the parents' ensuite bathroom, and then we'll be going back downstairs in a second to do the main living space. But yeah, same thing, bathrooms all look identical, but I like to include them in case you guys struggle with them. So yes, so now we're working on the downstairs living area. I call it a lounge, call it what you will. But yes, again with the green theme, the same sofas from Paranormal Stuff. I absolutely love this. I can't remember what this rug is from, possibly High School Years. I could be completely wrong, it's probably not at all. And then this little bedside table from the Pastel Pop kit. Yeah, I love it. I like the colour green, if you couldn't tell, so it kind of all fits together. I did decide to make this little area behind the sofas a bit of a play area for the children, because we didn't really have any toys anywhere else in the house and it didn't really fit in elsewhere. I do add a little play mat for the infant as well, so that's quite nice. I wanted to make this room feel very lived in, as if like the kids can just go wild in here. The rest of the house is pretty like neat and tidy, but I really like this room because it feels very lived in and very family orientated. So yes, that is what this lovely little room is, and I just love the clutter. And I always use the same lights, guys. I have my like signature pieces that I use on repeat, but I love them, so it's fine. I just hope you guys like them as well, considering I use them so much. And I did use the mirrors in this room that I was on about, the circular ones in a line. It looks a bit like a boat, but yeah, I really like it. So yes, we're adding in a little craft area for the children. And yes, we're adding in some extra detail and some board games, and yes. So next up, we are moving on to the upstairs. I did struggle a little bit because Danielle had built a wonderful roof, and I'm not used to doing the roofing like this. It goes to show that everyone builds stuff completely different, and her build was gorgeous and I adore it, but I struggled with lowering the roof because she said that I should have the walls down, but I wasn't really sure how to do it like that because I don't usually build the walls completely down and I wanted to see the walls, so I lowered the roof down so we could see the rooms, and then I put it back up. So I hope that it's alright when I put the roof back up, because if it isn't, that's my fault, not hers. So anyway, we're now working on the child's bedroom. Of course it's all pink. I love making the kids' rooms with this wallpaper, so I kind of have to roll with whatever matches. But yeah, I love adding clutter, and I like the glow of the, I think I put a lava lamp in. Maybe not yet, but I do add a lava lamp, which makes it a bit of a purple glow. Oh, I did include it. And then we've got the High School Years mirror, which makes every room just look so much better in my opinion. I like having a bit of neon in my builds, in case you couldn't tell. So yes, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to put on the walls, but I wanted to have some like decor pieces. I did trial out the trees like I did before, but it wasn't really working, so I put this little cupcake. I'm adding in some toys for some extra details, and that's about it for this room. We are then moving on to the little boys' room. I wanted to make, I don't really have a thing with the colour. Some people have a problem with me using like blue and pink, but like I don't do it for that reason. I just like the colours. This could be a girls' room as well, maybe they could swap, but I just like it. I like these shades, and again, the High School Years mirror, my favourite thing in the world. And I think the lava lamp is from Strangerville, I could be wrong, but yeah, I like that it makes the whole room glow whatever colour you've made it. So as you can tell, as I said a second ago, I've got a bit of a thing for neon, and I used this wall decal, which is from High School Years, which I thought was really cute with the sloth. Like, how adorable. I do end up adding a science table, which I'm not sure what pack it's from. Someone asked me the other day and I still can't remember. I did look it up, but I cannot remember. So we're just adding in some extra details, and that's about it for this room. I think next up we are moving on to the parents' bedroom, I do believe. So yeah, there's quite a big open space upstairs. I do leave the hallway quite blank because I wasn't really sure what to put there. Yeah, we're moving on to the parents' room now. I wanted to make this quite neutral. We've still got colour in here because it's still the blue walls, but I didn't want to add too much colour because the rest of the house is quite colourful for me, at least. So I made it quite neutral, which I quite liked. So yes, They do have a little baby girl as well, so they've got a girl and a boy who potentially are twins, and then they've got a little infant girl as well, and she has her own room, which we will look at in a second. I do put one of the, is it Nifty Knitting? It might not be, I'm not sure. One of the little teddy bears in her travel cot. I put a cot in here in case the parents wanted to keep her in here, but she's also got her own room. So yeah, it's quite a basic room to be honest, but I like the shape of it. I think it's like a good use of the space as well, if I do say so myself. So yes, I add some succulent plants in the corner, which always drives me insane because I never pick the right one. I always pick the one that's like too big or too small, or for the height of the room is sort of never right. But yeah, so we're just moving on to the final bedroom, which is the infant's room. I love this room. It's quite simple. I love this wallpaper, guys. I think this is from Pastel Pop Kit. Honestly, the kits are so underrated in my opinion. Like, you think when they first come out, you're like, is it worth it? But then when you get them, you're like, yes, it's definitely worth £5 or $5 or whatever it is for you. But yeah, I love them. So I am going to end the voice over here, guys. The rest of the video is all of the garden, and I actually did spend quite a long time on the garden, so I hope you like it. And I really appreciate you guys coming to the stream, and I am going to be streaming fairly regularly from now on, every weekday in the evening, definitely, and probably in the mornings. I say mornings, it'll probably be around midday-ish UK time, and then about 9 PM UK time I'll do the rest. So yes, if you guys do want to come and hang out, be sure to come and check out my Twitch channel, which is at LauraAbbeyX. That'll be lovely. So yes, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video with the giant back garden, which I love, and we've got a lovely greenhouse, which I keep forgetting to include, but I love it. So yes, and then the screenshots will run, so be sure to check them out as well. And let me know what you guys think of the build in the comments, and go and follow Danielle Builds on YouTube and Instagram, and share some love with her too, because she's wonderful. So yes, I hope you will have a wonderful day, and I thank you for joining me, and I shall see you guys next time. Thanks guys, bye!
you.